Oh, that was great. Oh, nothing? I wasn't dancing. I found that little feature and I was like, holy shit, do I have a timer? Oh, shit.
I got a timer. Holy crap.
I definitely need to utilize that shit. Oh, man. All right, let's go through and say what's up real quick. Skip Green, what's up? Luminous, Swamp Dog, Lego Man, what's going on? Joe Morris, what's up, brother? Luminous.
God damn, there's a lot of luminuses in here.
Yeah, it's so bright. Masses, what's up? I saw you earlier. Bacon.
Massive.
Massive. His name is Man Against the Masses. Although, yeah, it does sound like you're saying massive. You are so massive. Let's see. Who else?
Gerchop.
Yeah, Gerchop.
He's back up there.
Yeah, it looks like he already left, man. Gerchop, dude.
What the fuck?
Oh, he's back. Oh. Dark, can I be the boss of DLD after dark? Absolutely not. B3 Outdoors, what's up, man? Oh, he missed it. Okay, he missed it, so we got to do it again. I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, Christ's sakes. I got excited. I thought I was going to be able to dance again.
I mean, I could. All right, sorry.
You need to get the music where I can just dance to the music.
I know. I wish I could just put in the music. Fuck, man. That shit's awesome. Okay, so welcome back, V. Hoff. Richard V. Hoff, Uzi, Machine Gun Hoffy.
Apparently that's a thing now.
The Machine Gun
Hoff.
Oh, yeah. It looked like myself, Crumpy, Flying Rich. Everybody was just like the Hoff.
Yeah.
I like it. It's nice and simple. Yes, Dark is actually in the dark this time.
I've been called a lot worse too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've accumulated
by my own family too.
Damn, isn't that how shit goes? Crazy. So you guys got, maybe not all of you, but you guys got an opportunity to meet Richard Hoffman of BWE Firearms.
It's all a lie. It's all a lie. It's fake.
It's all, yep. That's a green screen behind him.
Yep.
I don't know. If you can't tell, it's because it's a green screen.
Yeah.
What's up, Zach Carr? Toxic Patch Co. Shout out. So you've been building machine guns legally as a registered SOT.
Yeah, legally.
Yeah.
We won't talk about when I started building.
Yeah, mostly legally.
Yes, mostly.
Yeah.
Hey, I did it with my dad. He was the one that did it. I was just supervising.
Oh, there you go.
And he's dead, so screw you all. You can't take him to jail.
Can't do shit.
And I was a minor, so.
Yeah, and the statute of limitations is way.
Yeah, it's probably gone by now.
Yeah. What's up, Opie? So you've been building machine guns for over 4 decades. And
nah, not quite. I've been doing machine guns for 2000 and well, we moved down here in 2003, probably 2005.
Oh, okay.
I got my SOT, something like that, 2010 or something.
Oh, gotcha. So I was hyping you up.
Yeah, you were hyping me up. I've been, I played with him at Interarms in the 90s.
Okay, gotcha. So,
you know,
in firearms, then about
how firearms, long? Yeah, I've been long time.
Yeah, how long?
I'm like a little Yoda.
Like a little Yoda, like a baby Yoda.
Not baby Yoda, old Yoda, the wrinkly one.
What's up, Edge of the South? About how long would you say, if you had to take a guess?
Oh shit! I started fixing firearms when I was about 9 years old.
Dang.
And it was just little stuff, fixing guns for friends, fixing stuff I had, working on my grandfather's skeet guns because he was an avid skeet shooter. So
That's right. You
I'd take care of those, and I'd shoot with him on the weekends. So I got some other people that hey, my gun broke. Here, go fix it. And I'd take it home with me and then bring it back the next weekend. And
so you only took a week?
Yeah, but what the hell else did I have to do? Go to school?
Yeah. Unlike gunsmiths nowadays that are like, what is it? August, I'll have it back to you in September.
Yeah.
Of 2023.
2028. Yeah. Yeah, I know the feeling on that.
Yeah. But I mean, in like all actuality, like you're backed up years, right? I mean,
I mean, right now I think I'm at a 2-year backlog.
Okay.
Now stuff I have is 2 years old that I'm getting to now. I'm really hoping now that I got energy and strength back that I can get. My goal is to by the end of the year be caught up, or for a gunsmith caught up, which means what, 2 months, 3 months,
Only a year behind.
Only a year behind. So I'd like to be in the current year. That's
that'd be a good goal.
That would make me happy.
So what do you, and I have some other questions about kind of catching up from some stuff from our last episode, but before we go there, what do you attribute the delay to? Is it just naturally the last 2 years, all the craziness? Is it what's happened with you with health issues, or all
a lot of, probably half of it is my health issues. The last couple of years, 2, maybe 3 years, I've just been getting, more tired. I've been, taking naps in the afternoon. And I just figured, I talked to a bunch of people. I had none of the signs of cancer. No blood in the stool, no pains, no nothing. And we all just attributed it to, I'm, 56 years old. I'm getting old.
Yeah.
And turns out it was cancer. And when I first went into when I first went into the hospital, my hemoglobin was down to 5. And the hemoglobin is what takes the oxygen and takes it to your organs.
Yeah.
And the doctors are like, how the fuck are you even moving? You should be comatose. It's like, I got shit to do. What the hell do you want me to tell you?
Yeah. What's a typical hemoglobin?
Hemoglobins are usually 12.6 or something to just under 20. It's like 19 something.
Damn.
So I was real low. They wouldn't even operate on me. I was so low. They said, no, we cannot operate on you, period. We have to get your hemoglobin up to at least an 8. And they said, if your hemoglobin is at an 8, that's the lowest level we can do, and you might still die.
So basically, mostly because of oxygen levels.
Yeah. And so they gave me 5 pints of blood, I think.
Fucker.
Get him.
I got that.
Yay!
Little fuckers. Sorry. You saw me earlier going.
Yeah. So they gave me like 5 pints of blood in a day or two. I'm sure that was great for my high blood pressure, having all that fluid in me.
Yeah, really.
But they got it up to, I think, 7.9 or something. And they said, okay, we're going to give it a shot if you're willing. I said, start cutting.
Yeah.
And they cut the living shit out of me too. Here, I'll even freak you guys out and show you.
Okay.
I'll hide my bag.
Jesus.
So they cut me from here all the way up to here.
Oh my God.
And then they gave me a bag to shit in.
Well, that was kind of them.
Yeah,
Now, you had said they removed a large percentage of your, lower intestines?
It was, okay, the lower intestine comes across and then goes down and then comes back across to your butthole.
Yeah.
And they removed, I think, about half or 3/4 of the tube that goes down.
Okay.
I think they call it the descending in lower intestine or something, or large intestine.
Okay.
So I kept all the important stuff, all the stuff that makes me get nutrients from my food and all. I was lucky enough where they didn't have to take any of that out.
Damn.
Now they said that they think they saved enough to reconnect my poop chute when all this is over. So we'll see,
So they actually have your, like, that piece of you just chilling somewhere.
Yep, it's just chilling somewhere. It's in some lab,
Shit. That's crazy.
It's all full of holes and cancer and everything else. So it's not like you're going to put it in somebody.
Yeah. Fuck, man. There's some comments that a lot of people are saying, brave man. Apparently, Swamp Dog Armory says Hoff is Wolverine.
I want them freaking claw things.
Yeah, I know, right? Sport Brand says, damn, they gave you the old zipper.
Yeah. When the doctors first told me they were going to operate and stuff, they said, well, we're going to try to do what the hell is it called? Is it arthroscopic? Where they put the 3 or 4 holes in you.
Oh, yeah.
And they said, we're going to try to do it that way. And I woke up with this shit.
Damn.
And it's like, what the fuck happened to the 3 or 4 holes?
Yeah, they're just 1.
Well,
2. That's crazy. I mean, that's like the only profession aside from the weatherman where they can be like, okay, here's the plan, and then start over here, and then you wake up and it's over here, and they're like, yep, and you owe me $175,000.
Yeah, it was. I haven't sat down and figured out what the total bills are. I did not have insurance.
Ooh.
And I know the one bill from the hospital is $455,000. The bill from the surgeon is $109,000. And there's a bunch of little ones, 16,000, 10,000, and it's like, I don't have any fucking money.
Jesus.
But it's funny because that is the cost that they would have charged the insurance company.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have insurance? So like the bill from the hospital, $455,000 and something dollars. Because I don't have insurance and I was going to pay cash, they dropped it down to like $60,000.
Damn. Isn't that
and it's
crazy?
like, okay, I could see giving a discount if you're paying cash, but really? You're charging the insurance company that much?
There's got to be some. This is just proof that the whole money thing is just
it's
make believe.
The whole fucking thing is insane. But I think I've been working with the hospitals to try to get my debt forgiven.
Wow.
Because I'm freaking poor. And I just got an email. And they keep saying, oh, it'll take like 8 weeks. Well, it's been 5 months,
Yeah.
How many more, what are you, a fucking gunsmith? Jesus Christ,
Yeah, really. 2 years later.
I see we both went to the same school of, this is how long it's going to take.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this is how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that's great.
I just got an email the day before yesterday that they're going to forgive my debt because I'm freaking poor.
Damn. Dude.
I have not gotten the official letter yet, so I'm still kind of, scared that somebody lied to me. But then the hospital said, once I get that letter, I can take it to all the other, the surgeons and the gas passers and everything else and say, I got a letter from the hospital that says I don't have to pay. And they said they will forgive the debt.
Damn.
And I was talking to the one woman in billing it. I think it was the surgeon. And she said, oh, yeah, if you get that letter, we'll abide by what the hospital says.
Wow.
And I said, that kind of sounds like you don't have a choice in the matter.
Yeah.
And she said, well, I'm not allowed to say that, but if we want to continue to practice at that hospital,
yeah,
we kind of have to do what they say.
Yeah. So basically, they don't have a freaking choice.
Yeah.
A couple great comments here, real quick. The goddamn bacon. Thank you for the 223 super chat. That's awesome. He says, "How are you still moving? Because fuck you. That's why."
Yeah, that's basically it.
That is such a Hoff thing to say too. In our phone conversations, I could not count the amount of times he drops the F-bomb, and it's not just the F-bomb. It's like this beautiful symphony of fuck. It's just it's great. Gotta love it. And Sport Brand said, where was it? This is hilarious. Legend has it, the scalpel cried out in pain when it cut the Hoff.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I broke the freaking scalpel.
Yeah, it's like that Chuck Norris Gun Club says, make me an Uzi.
Yeah.
If you got 2 years and you got money, then you could definitely talk to him. It is all a racket. All that shit is a fucking racket.
Yeah, I really don't understand. I can understand, okay, they make a deal with the insurance company. This is how much they pay. But, I'm thinking, cash price, they're going to knock off 10%, 20% or something for cash. But it's like 80% or something they're knocking down. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I've fought bills before and shit because, they were like actually like not correct or accurate.
Yeah.
And they're like, you owe us, $7,000. And at the end of the conversation, they're like, okay, to settle this bill, you owe us $11.42. I'm like, what the fuck?
What the hell is that?
What if I just got the bill and just paid it? Like, how many people do that? And I used to get double charged. So I'm in recovery, I think you'd call it, what a lot of people call it. I've been sober for over 10 and a half years. Used to be addicted to opiates. Thank you. And for outpatient, getting your medication and all this shit, you got to go to a doctor. When you go to a doctor, they're basically taking advantage of people. Where I used to be able to go, they would take insurance and all that shit. They're now all cash clinics. So they literally no longer take insurance. They only practice with substance abuse, people.
Yeah.
And they charge like $350 a visit. And all you do is you go in, you piss in a cup, you get a prescription, and then you leave. And I've seen the dude's calendar. It is stacked.
Yeah, stacked with.
Dude, I guarantee he's making $500,000 working 4 to 6 hours a day.
How do I get that job?
Yeah, really. All you have to do is go to school for like 8 years.
Yeah.
But fuck all that. But
they gave me a lot of, what is it, morphine?
Yeah.
Is it morphine?
Did you get the pins and needles feeling? Was it intravenous?
Yeah. It was so intravenous. I had one of the, what do they call them? A PICC line.
Yep.
That was in here somewhere. And it went right to the sac of veins and arteries right above my heart.
I wish I had one of those when I was.
So they'd give me, what was it, 4 milligrams every 4 hours or something I could have.
That was probably lauded. Do you remember them mentioning Dilaudid?
No.
Okay, it could have been morphine sulfate.
It was morphine. I know that much, but
Okay.
man, they'd put that right in there, and it's just like, whoo!
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, that morphine is really interesting because every different opiate, because they're all mostly synthetic, right?
Yeah.
They're man-made drugs for the most part. They're all different, but they all have a different feeling when used intravenously. And morphine in high doses gives this odd kind of pins and needles feeling all over your skin, almost like static electricity, and it gets your butthole warm, which is really strange. It like heats up your beehole. So sorry guys, just throwing that out there.
Just filling that out. I was afraid. I wanted the morphine because it's non-synthetic.
Yeah.
And I've taken, all that other Percodan and Percocet and all Perca, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just don't like that shit. It doesn't kill the pain. It just makes it so you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I was taking, 4, maybe 8 milligrams every 24 hours. And I'd take it at night. So I'd take it at night and I'd just go off into la la land. And then with all the shit that was going on in the hospital, you can never sleep, man. I slept like a freaking rock.
I bet.
They'd be waking me up. Richard, get up, wake up. We got to do your fight. So let me sleep, Finally, the one nurse, she didn't even wake me up. She'd just come in and start drawing blood, do vitals, whatever,
Damn. Yeah, that's
it's like I'm gone.
Pretty serious shit. And that's why, it's so easy to get hooked. Intravenous, like it's if you build a relationship with the drugs. I know that sounds weird, but if you kind of build a relationship with the drugs and, eat pills, then snort pills, then shoot pills, then, snort dope and then shoot dope, you kind of build that, then the moment you feel that, oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I was worried about, oh shit, am I going to get hooked on this or,
Yeah.
And man, I walked out of the hospital and it's like, I'm good.
Nice. You didn't have any, I guess you're going through so much other shit. It's like, how can you tell what's a withdrawal symptom and what's a,
and it's like, I don't know what the hell, I don't know what's the poison they're giving me and what's, in my mind and what's pain from what, and, and the doctors are offering me, almost whatever I want, do you want Percodan? Do you want Percocet? Do you want this? Do you want that? It's like, can I get some more of that morphine that goes right in above my, that's what I want, man.
Yeah.
I need a good night's sleep.
Yeah, really.
But I just, I'm just not taking any of it, Hell, I got 2 or 3 different nausea medicines.
Yep.
And I'm not taking any of them. I think I've taken in 14 weeks. I think I've taken 2 of them.
Damn.
And it's just like, it's nausea. Yeah. I'll get over it.
You don't want to cloud yourself too. Well, I'm not a doctor, and you take your advice from the people that are that have opened you up and looked inside.
Yeah.
You, all right. But
who know me intimately.
Yeah. What I have learned is that because even in recovery, it's like, okay, you're taking this to stay clean. You're taking this for anxiety. So to balance that, you should take this. And then if you get nauseous because of these 3 medications, you should take this.
There's way too much of that crap. You know?
Yeah, it's crazy, and so drugs are bad. Okay.
Yeah. The only drugs I'm taking regularly are, they just switched my blood pressure medicine. Because every time I go in, they freak out. Oh my God, your blood pressure is 170 over, 90. And it's like, oh, so I'm low. And they're like, what the hell do you mean? It's like, well, in the hospital, I hit 213.
shit.
And they're like, Jesus Christ.
Damn, dude.
But, I've got, records for my heart blood pressure.
Yeah.
From, I think the oldest one is like 9 years ago. And I was 175 over 97 or something. It's like, that's just where I run,
Yeah.
So they had me on one blood pressure medicine, and then my chemo doctor sent me to a liver specialist or something, which apparently he does blood pressure. And he's like, do you have a heart condition? No. Have you ever had a heart attack? No. And he's like, why the hell would they give you this stuff? This is if you have a heart attack and you can't stand the other stuff. Here, we're going to give you these two. Take one of these in the morning and one at night.
Damn.
And I think this last time I was like 148 over something. So
that's good.
But it's like, okay, I'll take that, at least until I get through this shit.
Yeah. So last time, and I'm glad to hear that you're doing better. Your, what do you call them? Your cancer has shrunk 30%. You said?
Yep. It's shrunk. It's shrunk roughly 30%, or it's become about that percentage more opaque.
Yeah.
In the scan, the CT scan, where they make you drink the nasty shit and then you got to wait for an hour.
Yeah.
And that was 3 or 4 weeks ago. I did that scan. That was my halfway point.
Yeah. Damn.
And so it's like, okay, is that good?
Yeah.
And I met with my cancer doctor, and she said, okay, if it didn't grow at all, that would be good. If it shrank, that's great. It's like, cool. So we're in the great zone.
Yeah.
So
that's
now
awesome.
I've got another 4 or 5 treatments left. So about 8 or 10 weeks. And then I'll go in. They'll probably give me a PET scan where they go and inject radioactive material into your body and then scan you. You light up like a freaking Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's got to be safe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was fun. The doctor went over the results, and she said, okay, all the real bright spots are cancer. And it's like, okay, well, why do my kidneys look like a couple of floodlights? She's like, oh, the kidneys always do that.
Yeah, geez, prep me a little bit.
It's like, Jesus Christ, look at those 2 big, huge things. No, those are just your
kids' fucking tumors. Oh, yeah, my kidneys are fucked. I didn't see it yet, Shred Wizard. I did. I saw some messages come through, and for those of you, I'm doing my best to make sure that I focus on the guest and the chat as opposed to my phone and the live stream. So forgive me. Actually, let me go through and silence.
Answer your goddamn phone.
Answer the phone. It's funny. I was going through. Hold on, real quick. I was like prepping for the stream and.
BWE Firearms in Park.
Answer your goddamn phone.
Hello?
Answer your phone!
That's so funny because so many people do actually like hit me up during the stream and they're like, yo, man, like, I see.
What are you doing?
Yeah, right. I'm like, dude, I see you in chat, bro. Like, come on. Sorry, guys, for y'all hitting me up. Except BWE, he can call me during the stream. Yeah, I was getting ready for the stream, and I'm like, putting my daughter to sleep, and then she falls asleep in our bed, and then we move her to her bed, and then I'm like, and my wife is like, you could at least empty the dishwasher.
Bitch.
And you know what I say?
Yes, dear.
We have a dishwasher?
And it's not you?
Yeah, she did not like that.
Yeah.
I was
How
like,
bad did you get beat for that?
I always see you with that little sponge, and I thought that was our. Yeah, no, it was a bad. And she's from Long Island. She's yeah, she can probably hear me. So
Yeah.
that's why I keep that right there, just in case, she comes down during a street. No, I'm joking. Totally joking. So okay, last time, no.
Yeah, she'll
Cuomo.
take that away from you and whip your ass.
Yeah, well, she doesn't know that I got another one.
Don't
The
matter.
backup, yeah. And if I run dry on that one, I got the chin gun. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, guys, sorry. Okay, all joking aside, yeah. Okay, you are legendary. Yes, you are, Dirk McGirt. The Hoff is freaking legendary.
I don't know where all this comes from.
Well, I think,
I'm just, what the hell else are you going to do? Curl up in a ball and die?
I think
I got
that,
freaking bills to pay.
it's interesting. For anyone that's ever been through something that is just extremely trying, physically, psychologically, mentally, like at any level, when you're faced with two options, your only options are to face it head on, address it, and just keep freaking going, or roll over and die. How many people do you see when you go get your treatment that are just there
A lot.
dying?
Yeah, a lot. And the stats are people with colon cancer, stage 4 colon cancer, don't last past 5 years. It's only like 14% that last past 5 years.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my doctor, and I said, that can't be right. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And she said, no. She said, I see it every day. Most of the time, I tell somebody they got stage 4 cancer, and they just, okay, I guess I'm dead.
Yeah.
And they just roll up in a ball and die.
Yeah.
And there are the people that are just, one of my friends, they just found out his sister had cancer like a month and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she lasted about 3 weeks and she was dead. And she was just, they did an autopsy and she was just nothing but cancer on the inside,
Damn. Yeah, I know that's tough, man. But I've seen it. When I was a kid, I lost the first friend that I lost of cancer was 15 years old. Yeah. And when I mean, he fought, but he died up here.
Yeah.
Before he died.
Yeah. There.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And yeah. So it's different. I think mindset is everything. The energy that you put out in the world and yourself, and you're not just being a tough motherfucker. You're also being a tough motherfucker with treatment. So you're not being stupid. Some people are just
some people, well, I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
I know my grandmother, she had, I thought it was just bone marrow cancer, but it turns out she had colon cancer and it turned into bone marrow cancer. Mm. And she went through all the treatments and, it went into remission. And then, I don't know, 15 years later, it came back and she just said, I'm 90 years old, 95 years old. She's like, fuck that,
Yeah.
And she had a good doctor. So it was like, let me know when you want morphine. You can have all you want,
Yeah. Well, I got to say, I believe you're a fucking legend because, like, let's take, what you're conquering right now aside. Just what you've done within the world of firearms is awesome. You got an incredible story. For those of you that are here, because my chat like literally freaking froze. For those of you that are here that did not see the last stream, go watch it. It's 3 hours and 18 minutes. Sorry to take that much time from you, Mr. Hoff.
Oh, that's okay. I like to talk.
Yeah. It was a blast. I actually got a couple channel updates as well, and I'll share that with everyone. And one of them is that I actually got Babyface P to come on our show this coming up Saturday.
Uh-oh.
And one of the things that he said was that Richard's a great guest to have on. He loves to talk. And you just said the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'll have to come on, and I'll have to come in the chat on Saturday and fuck with
Babyface
P.
Absolutely, I call him Babyface PP. So last time you were here, and after we had some conversations, you agreed to take on a challenge, and it's actually a challenge that I am one behind on, but it's 10 videos in 10 days. We didn't necessarily I'll do 10 videos.
You cheating motherfucker.
I promise I'll get them out. Because some are shorts, some are... I got 3 videos sitting in here, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't like them, and this one... And then I posted one, a short, that was a crank. Like, I took a AKS 74U, and I just did like a quick short. And then I was like, let me add those little, words that fucking pop up everywhere. And I was like, man, I don't really want to post it. It's shitty lighting. It's, shitty audio. It's shit. It's like, boom, like 700 views. I was like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. I really don't know what these people want. Anyway, sorry. So you took on this challenge. Tell me a little bit about it. Tell our viewers about it, and then let's talk about where you are, what you've done, and all that.
Okay, before I do that, I think John is asking me if I'm going to be on his show a week from Monday.
John Crump.
And I don't know how to answer him on this because, like, I'm computer illiterate.
Well, you don't really like him very much, right?
Well,
just joking.
He smells funny.
I've actually been side by side with him a couple times.
But yeah, I will be on your show if you want. Just remind me, because I'll forget. But yeah, the videos are going okay. Well, they were going real well until today. That 10-minute, I think it was an 11-minute video, only took me like 6 hours to do.
Oh, that's not bad.
No,
That's typical.
Phone was being a dickhead. It kept coming up. Oh, you're out of memory. So I deleted all the videos on it. Oh, you're out of memory. Wait a minute. I just deleted an hour's worth of videos. How can I be out of memory? I've taped 3 minutes.
That's crazy.
It was just one screw up after another, but I finally got it posted,
Oh, yeah. Oh, and tell them what the challenge was.
The challenge was 10 videos in 10 days. My understanding was 1 video a day.
I mean, 10 videos in 10 days, it's what is the total.
All right, Biden.
Number.
Okay, Biden.
Name of the pressure.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get hit for that.
Oh, yeah. Beat up Corn Pop and.
Oh yeah, he's a bad dude.
Yeah,
he's a bad dude.
Sugar smacked him, and
I had a chain. The shit that he says. John Crump Live, a contact wants to meet. Oh shit, you got a leak. Oh, actually, Crump, hit me up. I'm not sure what time you go to bed and stuff, but after the stream, we should talk. Remind me, we should talk. Yeah, so you got 5 videos knocked out.
Am I at 5 or am I at 6? I don't remember.
Oh, well, I may be behind. Shit, am I more behind than I thought?
I don't remember if I'm 5 or 6. I started the first day we agreed to do it, and I think you started the day after.
Okay.
Because it was late in the day, and I just figured, well, what the fuck,
Yeah.
I'll do something stupid, And then I won't do any more, and but I'm still doing them.
Yeah.
And I've had some people come up with some good ideas, of stuff to do. So
yeah, you've got
trying to get that
good traction.
Yeah,
You've got some pretty good views.
Well, that's when CRS Firearms shares your video, it kind of helps,
Well, and here's the beautiful thing, because we have a lot of YouTubers coming together to help you, to support you, to support everyone. And
they just want me to
really
build
cool.
them guns.
Yeah, right.
Motherfuckers, where's my free gun?
I expected to pay full price.
Yeah.
You're telling me there's a discount? No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I want that. Catsar. What's up, Brina? So you're about halfway through.
About halfway through.
Some pretty good traction. I'm going to pull it up here. So you started getting, let me see here. Oh, nice. He's got a doctor on. So let me see. Where'd you go? What the hell? I just had you here a second ago. There we are. Okay. Oh, you're at 508 subscribers, my friend.
Damn!
Look at that shit.
I was still at 4. I was at 395 when I first came on your show.
Look at that.
So I'm skyrocketing, baby. And it only took me. I looked.
15 fucking years.
Yeah, it was like 11 years. Let me go on here and see if I can see what my oldest video was. And shit, I deleted a bunch of videos too.
Dude, holy shit. 17,000 views on your. Just kidding. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah. So you're getting 117 views, 138 views, 635 views, 418 views on the one you dropped 4 hours ago.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, my oldest video that's still on my channel is 11 years old.
Nice. I mean,
so what's that, like, 5 subscribers a year for
yeah.
And then all of a sudden double it.
I mean, shit. That's impressive, man. I mean,
we're rocking.
Yeah, John Crump says we pump you every day. Yeah. Dark is pushing.
Yeah, my ass is hurting from
I love you, person. Oh, thanks, guys. Look at you guys. Dark is good people. It's because I care, man. I care. I care about him. I care about y'all. And
he is kind of good people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, Flying Rich isn't, though.
No, stay as far away. I'm just kidding. He's good. He's moderate people.
Yeah,
So you did some handguard studs. You did some. I think the really kind of most notable video is the difference of full auto, semi-auto.
Yeah.
You want to?
And then today I did how to build a submachine gun.
Yes, it's fucking awesome. Yes.
Tell you exactly how to do it.
Yeah.
How to take an Uzi.
So you take this coat hanger, eh? Just kidding.
Yeah. No, you don't use coat hangers.
No. So do you want to kind of give like a general synopsis
of how to do it?
Just like a quick overview, not specifically like you see there's this locking bar, and if you drill 8.8 millimeters,
Uzis are easy to convert. You knock the stop out of the grip frame, out of the lower, so it'll go into full auto. Put a submachine gun sear in it, open up the sear holes so the sear comes up through the bottom of the receiver. Because if you don't, you pull the trigger and it just starts going, and you let go of the trigger and it still goes.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's always exciting. And then, you knock the damn blocking bar out of it. I usually drill it out. Well, I use a mill to do it because I'm fancy, but, and then take it out and. And you're rocking and rolling.
And the bolts are different, so you would need that. Oh no!
If you take the blocking bar out, you don't have to slot the bolt, or you can just slot the bolt and leave the gun as a semi-auto.
And technically, if you have an Uzi frame without the locking block, then that is a machine gun.
It's a machine gun.
Okay,
Yep.
like the
That's
ATF
the
classifies that.
only thing that differentiates an Uzi receiver, whether it's semi-auto or full auto, is the blocking bar.
Gotcha.
IMI changed a whole bunch of stuff. The pinhole from 8mm, 9mm, the feed ramp with the restrictor ring on it, the loop on it. They changed a bunch of stuff to make it harder, supposedly, to convert from semi-auto to full auto so they could bring them in back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And ATF has dropped all that. I've pressed them on it, and they've basically said if it's got a blocking bar in it, it's a semi-auto.
Hold on. Brain cannot compute. You're telling me that ATF changed restrictions and removed restrictions?
It was never a restriction. It was just, an agreement between IMI and ATF to bring the guns in. The blocking bar has always been the restriction.
I was going to say, I've never seen unicorn poop, but
yes.
if the ATF eased up on some regulations, that
I wish ATF would ease up some more.
Yeah, that's maybe some amnesty.
I'd love to see an amnesty.
Man,
If an amnesty comes, I want everybody to show up at my door, but first stop at any auto parts store, pick up all the muffler pipe you can, because we're building receivers.
Hell yeah. Dude, tube guns all the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have thousands of them.
Oh, shit, look at this. Zach with Toxic Patch Co. Seriously, we'll make some BWE patches and all the profits go to Hoffman. Dude, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I got to see if I can can you see this? I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, no shit. Is that the shirt?
Yeah.
Okay, so long story behind this shirt.
Can you see it?
Yep, we can see it. Drop down and get your eagle on. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. So he made that shirt eons ago, and he said, and I quote, it went
bombed
down like a fart in church. I think he said.
Fart in church.
Yeah. Hold on real quick. The end is near. Beware. How did I shun you on Hank's stream? I don't remember saying anything negative at all. I said, what's up? I didn't think I shunned you at all. But we should do some shirts and stuff like that.
Who are we shunning? I want to shun somebody.
Well, that's just the thing. I don't think that I shunned. Yeah, let me know so I can know if I did say something that offended you. I dearly would like to clear it up immediately. Holy shit, guys. What's up with all the money? John Crump Live, $2 super chat. Can you come on tomorrow, Hoff?
I guess so. Unless the boss tells me I can't. I'm not allowed to do anything without the boss's permission.
You mean the owner of your shop? No, that's you. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just the bitch who works here.
Yeah, right. You got the sponge. You're the dishwasher.
Yeah.
BV Luminous says, fuck their amnesty. Let's go.
Yeah, I hear you.
Really? That's some tubular awesome shit. I see what you did there. We can sell them on Black Swan Tactical. Hell yeah. If you guys have not gone to Black Schlong Tactical, oh, nice.
What magazines are those?
HK93.
No.
Really? Fuck.
Pre-HK.
STG 44.
Yes.
I knew it was 30K.
What else I got down here?
And for everyone, they're Black Swan Tech.
Nope.
PPSH?
Nope.
No. That's
think British.
Hold on. Bruh. Steiner.
Ling.
Oh, those are fucking Sterling mags?
Yeah, those are Sterling mags.
I thought Sterling mags were straight.
Nope.
No shit.
Sten mags are straight.
Oh,
Do I have a Sten mag in here?
Yeah, and for any YouTube moderators that may be watching,
Those
we
are
just
magazines.
reviewing magazines, which are parts completely
And that one's
unrelated to firearms.
That's got an extension on it, so it's a 40 rounder.
Nice. We got another super chat from Flying Rich. Can you come on the show tomorrow, Hoff? Geez, guys. I mean, you're welcome to keep asking if you want.
Yeah, I mean, if the wife says it's okay, it's okay. You know, let me know when and where and why and how, and
hell yeah.
I'll just leave my shit set up.
Got a glow blue. It's code. Hell yeah. DLD After Dark is Hoff in our group text chat. No. Is it okay if I add you to that group text?
Yeah.
Of a bunch of fucking YouTube peons like me, like us?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Sport Brand is a guy that is really, really good, highly skilled with designing shirts and clothes and shit like that. And he says he can take that shirt and redo it and make it freaking epic. And yeah, so I'll connect you guys.
Okay.
And guys, it's not Black Schlong Tactical. I was joking. It is Black Swan Tactical.
It's Black Dong Tactical.
Exactly. It's blacked.com. Oh no, I said what's up. I said what's up to you while we were in chat in his near. And you know what it may have been? Oh, if you were in top chat, you may have missed it. You got to click live chat so you see everything. And Hoff, just so you know, you can't respond by typing.
Okay.
The idea is that, like, you know, if someone types something, then you respond verbally. It's stupid as shit.
I'm stupid like that.
Apparently, I'm the only one that can respond in chat, which is fucking dumb. Let's see. DLD After Dark, the alternate way of saying black. I thought most Olympic athletes were straight too, but this year proved me wrong. The way of saying Black Swan is trademarked by me. Oh, sorry. I did take it from you. And don't go to blacked.com. Please don't do it.
Don't go to blackdong.com.
Yeah, or that.
You don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you do, but just don't. Don't tell us about it.
Blacked Swan. Yeah, no. Any other... Okay, you know, I'm fucking typing in chat. All you motherfuckers know what it is. You're just being stupid. Yeah. Dude, tune. Okay. Alternate black is dark. Ah, I see what you did there. Just because of that. Just kidding.
I like that music.
It is pretty cool. It's soothing too.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, check out the soothing sounds of... Just kidding. Okay, so what are some guns that you've worked on recently?
Not a whole lot recently. I've been making freaking parts to try to dig myself out of a hole.
You've been making parts and YouTube videos.
I finished my stupid handguard studs finally. 200 of those godforsaken things.
Oh, damn, 200.
Yeah. Yeah, usually I do runs of 50 parts, and they'll last me between, 3 and 6 months. Nope, not this year. I've been selling 3 times as many parts, and I'm killing myself just trying to fall behind on making parts. So,
Yeah.
I'm getting back on the gunsmithing because I'm starting to get caught up on the parts. I did finished a semi-auto MK760, which is
nice.
that will be on a famous YouTube channel.
No shit.
Bigger than you.
Oh, that's the one that the guy also has a Mac 11.
Yes.
Now that's the one, and I forgot to tell a joke while we were on the phone. I was gonna say, hey, while you have it, do me a favor and take something like a Dremel and engrave DLD After Dark in the receiver. But that'd be funny. Like to us.
It'd be funny to us. He did.
Yeah, not to him.
He won't even let me refinish. No, I want it just like it was.
I actually asked if he'd come on the show, and then I had other people jumping in the chat saying, "Yeah, you should go on the show."
Yeah,
everyone's like, "He's begging, go on the show," and no response. That's all right. I'll work my way up there.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping this will be my way onto one of his shows.
Hell yeah! I mean, tell him that you're.
He said he's going to give me a shout out whenever he does the video on that, because he said he is going to eventually do a video on that gun. So,
here's what I believe is that the artist is the one that can truly describe the work, right? Like who else could describe the Sistine Chapel, right? Like fucking. What's that?
Yeah,
that one bitch. Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa.
Yeah. Toxic Patch Co. Thank you. Here's what we're gonna do, guys. Every time we get a super, we're gonna. Just kidding. I won't do that to you. I just want to see him dance. That's all.
Yeah.
Toxic Patch Co. Thank you for the super chat. Man, have to walk 5 miles to grab a smoke at the hospital. Oh yeah, Toxic Patch Co. had a bunch of babies. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
He had a baby. I think today, right? Or you're going to have a baby. Either you're either before, during, or after childbirth. I know that.
I hope it's not him.
Yeah, I don't think he personally.
I hope it's her.
Yeah.
Because that'd really freaking hurt.
Yeah, but nowadays, I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Oh, the baby's already here. Oh,
uh-oh.
Congrats, man. That's
boy awesome. Or a girl?
Born. That's awesome. Why am I not part of this stream? Hey, this is a dark stream, buddy. Back off. I'm just kidding. There's a pic on there. Yeah, but a boy. Good for you, man. That's
cool.
Awesome. Hell yeah. And why are you giving me money when you got a baby, man? Keep that.
Yeah. You're gonna need that money.
Yeah. If it was a girl.
Is this his first?
Is this your first Toxic Patch Co, Mr. Yak?
So I can laugh at you.
Yeah.
Because you just have no freaking clue.
I would tell you.
Your life is over.
Yeah.
For the next 20 some years, your life is over.
Yeah, I could tell you with a 4.5-year-old, the only thing I can do is sit back and say, I was an incredibly selfish piece of shit prior to having a family, because I have no idea what I did with all my money and all my time. And it's just like complete and utter, lack of accountability, just run around spraying money and semen everywhere.
Now it's just a lack of money.
I also dropped some patches yesterday and sold out. What's $5 to me? Hell yeah. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Man, yes. He must be rich.
Rich as a mofo.
What's $5 to me? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right.
$5 to me is a lot of freaking money.
Yeah, man. That's a good amount of bar stock right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I remember in the 80s when in the MP Corps, a regional FBI agent came to our unit with all kinds of different toys, including an Uzi and a MAC-10. Hell yeah. What kind of Uzi?
Yeah, FBI. It could have been a mini, because they had a bunch of minis. Could have been full size.
Did they run those for a while?
Oh yeah, they when Reagan got shot, FBI or Secret Service pulled out a mini Uzi. He had it in his briefcase. Briefcase or his jacket? I think he had it in his jacket.
Damn. I mean, I will say that there was a time that law enforcement toted some pretty dope shit.
Yep.
Now we mostly have the same firearms. And I guess
theirs are just a lot cheaper.
Yeah, a lot freaking cheaper.
Bastards.
I, as a child, went shooting with my church, which nowadays you're not going to meet somebody that says, "Yeah, I went shooting with my church."
I went shooting with my church.
Yeah, right. That shit's not happening. And the guy that took us was an ATF agent. Now here come the ATF jokes that I'm a fucking Fed and all that shit. Fuck off. I just gotta embrace it. I know, but I am an agent of the CIA TFBI. So
look, you're not an agent of the CIA because I'm a CIA agent. So I've been told, and I know all the CIA agents, and I don't fucking know you. So
you don't
stop
know me?
lying.
Just kidding. The mask comes off.
The mask comes off.
I'm actually Hank Strange.
Yeah.
So he.
You got the strange part right.
Oh yeah, I'm strange as a mofo. Impeccable hair. Churches have been neutered. What's up, Tech? Yeah, no, for sure. We are all Feds, hence the glowies and yeah. So we went shooting with our church, and the guy that took us was an ATF agent, and he brought a couple handguns. His backup was a 5-shot air light or air weight. I don't think they had like the titanium and scandium frame 357 mags back then.
They were just aluminum.
Yeah.
Aluminium.
Aluminium. And probably with a steel cylinder, because it was a 357 mag.
Yeah,
I remember
steel cylinder, steel barrel.
Yeah. That thing was like the noisy cricket as a kid. I mean, that was cool. And then we shot Glock 19 and 17, and he also and I was young and shit. He had an MP5 that was
10 mil,
9 mil actually.
9 mil.
If you think about it, I'm really sending you Crumps money, another $5 from Toxic Patch Go. That's true. Pretty soon you're going to be sending Darks money because we got some dope ass freaking patches. We got some blue Chem Light patches coming out pretty soon. So we did shoot the MP5. It was a machine gun, and he wouldn't let us shoot that full auto, but we did shoot it on burst. So it was like semi, burst, and auto. And I did half a mag on auto, but he held me like a little freaking girl. And I was the only person he let choose, probably because I kept freaking asking him, like, come on, let me. And then an M4 with safe, semi, 3-round burst. And you can dump a mag like that with 3-round burst, dude. That thing was a blast. But I had fun. It was cool. And it totally changed. Like, that was what made me curious. I always loved guns prior to that. That was what made me curious on how they worked. And I was like, okay, now I need to open up and I need to look in the guts, Thank you, Zach. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess machine guns have always intrigued me. But at that point, too, as a kid, I was like, okay, Glock. There was something special about the Glock. And that was when Glocks were probably in between their second and third generation. And I, John Crump Live, send me your email address. How do you not have Crump's email address, Flying Rich? Thank you for the super chat. Why are you guys giving me so many freaking super chats? I love you all. And thank you. And I'm grateful. And you don't have to, guys. But thank you. Thank you and stop.
I think Flying Rich thinks if he throws enough dollars at you, you'll start taking your clothes off.
I mean, hey, we got Hoff. He already started taking his clothes off. The burst is a beast, and that's why I love the binary freaking trigger, man. That thing is awesome. Rich has a question. Oh, yeah, guys, let me know what your questions are, too. Can an Uzi do a 3-round burst?
Yes, I can pull singles all day long. It's just boom, boom. If you want to do 3, you just hold the trigger a little longer.
I was like, I can pull. So you're saying basically safe, semi-full, and it's just all trigger control.
I've had my Uzi that I built, what? I don't know, 10, 15 years ago when I first got my license. No, my full-size Uzi that I use in a lot of the competitions, a lot of the subgun competitions. It's the first full auto I built. It fires, I think it's been off full auto twice. And that's because I let somebody shoot it in a match and they kept putting it on safety. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Leave it on full auto.
Yeah.
You don't need a safe on it. Just, let the bolt go on a, empty chamber and you're safe.
It's those people that have that. It's the same people that M4 their AK, right? And then if they're running a match, they try to throw the safety in between. Yeah. Just don't do that shit. Your safety is in between your ears. You fucking. Yeah.
The guy was one of the, the pistol competition shooters, and it's like, would you leave the fucking safety alone? Yeah. Because I went to shoot the next one, and it's like, okay, what the hell's wrong with my gun? Because the safety was on.
What's wrong with my gun? Yeah.
But yeah, the Uzi fires slow enough, with a little bit of practice, and I'm talking a couple of mags. You can pull singles with it in full auto all day long. Just boom, 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 boom.
Damn. And I mean, you can make the triggers relatively light, right?
Yeah. The Uzi trigger pretty much sucks because you got you got that big massive bolt pushing against the sear. So no matter what you do, there's one guy, I don't know if he's still doing it. He was doing trigger jobs on Uzis. Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of them ran away too. He'd lighten them up.
You don't want that.
No. But, it's the nature of the beast with an open bolt gun. You got all that weight and all that spring pressure pushing against the sear that you got to drop that sear down.
Crazy question. Could you make a closed bolt full auto Uzi?
Yeah, they run like shit though.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're horrible. Damn. I've worked with one of the guys over on Uzi Talk. I've worked on it. He's worked on it. A couple other people have worked on it, and it was never reliable.
I guess they weren't designed to.
They weren't designed
go over the magazine and then push around forward.
Well,
no, they. Yeah, I see. I can see what you're saying, though.
Yeah, it's just they just when they made the semi-auto guns where it had a separate striker and everything. Mm-hmm. It was like most of these machine guns that we're going to make a semi-auto version. It's not like the AR or the MP5, which, you take out the auto sear and boom, you're done, or an AK. Yeah. It's okay, this is an open bolt gun and we got to make it a closed bolt, and they just suck.
Edge of the South says, was the closed bolt Uzi striker fired?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
It had a big, massive striker.
No way. Right?
It's not like a Glock. It's not this big. It's like this fucking big.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'll show you one.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We're the government, and we're here to keep you safe. We're here to destroy all of your receivers.
There's a semi-auto Uzi bolt and striker.
Oh shit.
That's the striker and spring and
Fuck. That thing is
big
massive.
old bastard.
Yeah, jeez.
And that's,
Yeah.
so that's basically twice the length of my hand.
Damn. That's incredible. Now, so help me understand. So does it work similarly to a Glock, or is there any type of hammer that hits the striker, or?
Nope. Yeah, I mean, it's like a Glock in the fact that there is no hammer at all in the system.
Wow.
Let's see, I can do it this way. The bolt will go forward.
Mm-hmm.
And see, there's the striker will pull back and the sear catches it here.
Mm.
So then the sear comes down and the striker will slide forward and fire the gun.
Gotcha. That's interesting. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna jump on my phone and check Instagram and stuff while I'm on the stream, but I will happily do so after the stream. Nothing but love. I'm just trying to honor our guest time. That's crazy. So that's what you're gonna have to do to my stupid ass semi-auto Uzi, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. In the subgun matches, some of the subgun matches have an open bolt class and a closed bolt class. So everybody tries to convert the open bolts to closed bolts, and they just never go well in full auto.
Damn.
They run a lot faster too.
The open or closed?
Yeah, the closed bolt.
Closed bolts run faster. Okay.
Yeah. One, to use the semi-auto bolt assembly and striker, you have to put a block. It's like 1.5 inches long in the back of the Uzi. So you lose about 1.5 inches of travel.
Okay.
So the bolt's running faster, and then most of the time they convert a full auto bolt to semi-auto, and that bolt is lighter than the IWI semi-auto or IMI semi-auto bolts, so it runs even faster.
Really? So
Normal Uzi will run what 650. And I think the closed bolt ones run like 750 to 900.
Damn.
Little fast.
That is fast as hell. I just always thought that they would have been really similar because, in my mind, I'm like, okay, if the open bolt slams on a round, boom, then it. But I wasn't taking into consideration that gap in the rear of the receiver.
Yeah.
That with the difference in bolts, with the recess or cut or whatever in there. That's interesting. What are some other very unique things about the Uzi that we likely wouldn't know?
If your top cover is not adjusted right, your gun will either misfire. If it's too tight, when the bolt comes forward, the top cover squeezes the bolt and won't let the bolt go with enough energy to set off the round. And if it's too loose, the bolt will jump over the top of the sear, and you take your finger off the trigger and it keeps firing.
Oh my God.
And you get run-ons.
Is that why people sorry, not to cut you off, just a quick question. Is that why it appeared like when I was younger, people would talk like in the, late 80s, mostly in the 90s, that Macs and Uzis would just have runoffs like all the time? Is that because of shit builders?
That's shit builders, not adjusting the stuff right. That's also crappy ammo. If you have weak ammo, you'll get run-ons in any open bolt full auto gun. Like the Remington UMC ammo
Yeah.
Never put that in an open bolt gun.
Now, are you talking even still current production?
Yes, brand new production. That stuff is nothing but shit.
Wow.
That frangible ammo crap the military is using, the 9mm stuff. Yeah, don't put that in an open bolt gun either.
Really?
That stuff completely runs on.
Damn.
You know, it's like go to pull a single and you dump the magazine.
What?
Yeah, we put what we put 5,000 rounds through a bunch of guns. Some of the guys from SOCOM came out and they wanted me to go. One of the guys wanted me to go with them and bring a bunch of guns. They were having it was guys from SOCOM and it was British SAS guys.
Oh, no shit.
Operators or whatever the hell they are.
Super duper high speed operators.
Yeah, super duper. You know, there was some snipers and there was some, other shit. And they brought that crappy ammo because they said, "Oh, we got the ammo covered." Yeah, that was fucking hysterical.
Oh my God.
We had run-ons in my Sten, Sterling, Uzis. The only thing that didn't run on was the closed bolt stuff, the MP5s.
Yeah.
That'll run that ammo. But the open bolt stuff, you got to have ammo hot enough to force that bolt back far enough to catch the sear.
Or it won't catch it.
If it doesn't catch the sear, it just keeps going.
It's just going to go. Okay.
And so every time I'd hand the gun to somebody, it's like, this is probably going to run on. If it does, just hang on and go for the ride,
Yeah. Because that's what I was thinking. Like, I mean, like, what could it be? Like, is it the primers or is it the,
It's just not hot. The frangible ammo, it's because that frangible ammo is real light.
Yeah.
That 9mm bullet was 85 grains or something.
Yeah.
And it didn't create enough back pressure to throw that bolt far enough back.
So if you use like standard pressure, like 147 grain in a can or something like that, like you would definitely be good.
Yeah, you'd be good. Some of the people that load it, the subsonic really light, sometimes you have problems with it. I know one guy with an Uzi and he purposely runs a bad spring in it. The spring is worn out. It's too light. And he runs that so he can run lighter ammo in his gun.
So it's more likely to push it back. Yeah.
I try to run his ammo in my gun and it just, I just dump the whole mag.
Yeah. And I guess that's one thing you gotta, be aware of. Like, I told you about my buddy with the machine guns. He's, one of my Boog brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, anyone can say whatever they want in chat. It's all good. And Cobain's a regular. It's all good. I guess no matter what, you always have to be prepared that you may get a runoff. You may get you may go to a small burst and,
Yeah. Anytime I hand an open bolt gun to anybody, it's okay. If it starts running on for one reason or another, just hang on.
Yeah.
Just dump the mag. Most people want to dump the mag anyway. So.
Yeah. No, I agree, guys. I know it's all good. Okay, question, and this may or may not be appropriate. There was a situation where a 10-year-old girl.
Oh God.
Yeah. Accidentally shot her dad in the head. Or was it the RSO?
There was one who she shot, I think the RSO, and there was another kid who they put a micro Uzi in his hand and he shot himself in the head. Damn. He started here and it went when he started firing.
Do you think those were runoffs or just total negligence?
Total negligence.
Yeah.
100% negligent. The people that put on that chute, the range officers, whoever owned that gun, the father, they should have all been marched out in that line and shot in the back of the head, period. Every single one of them was negligent.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to
that have fired, sorry, really quickly, for all you guys that have fired machine guns, and not everybody here is in friendly states, right? Like, I mean, there are a lot of times, like I fired full auto Glocks, full auto ARs. Like a lot of you guys know I worked at an SOT for years, and I mean, a lot of times I was nervous to like one hand a Glock that I had run thousands of rounds through.
Yeah.
And because you I don't know, to put something like that in the hands of a child, especially a micro.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus.
Micros are running at 1,800 rounds a minute. If you go on to Hank Strange's channel, he's got a video of him shooting my micro.
Damn.
And look at how fast that goddamn thing fires.
Yeah.
And I'm real particular about letting anybody shoot that gun. Because I have to psych myself up every time I shoot it. It's just so fast.
Yeah.
That, I'll let little kids. I think the youngest kid I let shoot one of my machine guns, which was my full-size Uzi, I think she was 4 years old. No problems with that at all. I'm standing right there, my hands on the gun, and she ran through a whole magazine and had a ball doing it. And she didn't dump the magazine either. She was doing bursts and hitting stuff.
Damn.
But it's, okay, this gun is heavy enough. It's my match gun. I've got the barrel ported. It doesn't rise. I can help her hold it up.
Yeah.
And, and I've got control of the gun the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't have control of the trigger, but I don't need control of the trigger. I can aim it by the front handguard, aim it down range, and,
Yeah. Worst case is you got one mag to deal with.
Yeah. You got one mag, and I usually start people with, 3 rounds in a mag, then 5 rounds, then 15, then a full mag.
Yeah.
Because I learned real quick when I was first getting into it. I went to one of the local shooting ranges, indoor range, and I was testing a Thompson. And some guy was there, and oh my God, a Thompson! I want to shoot a Thompson. I'm a match shooter. I shoot 45 all the time. Blah 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 blah. The guys that ran the range said, "Oh yeah, he's good. He shoots thousands of rounds a week, no problems."
Yeah.
Handed him the fucking Thompson. He blew the shit out of the lights.
Oh my God.
He just went whoop. It's like,
Jesus.
Damn,
I guess that's probably, I was talking with CRS, and we were saying like all those times that, you said like, oh, that's a nice whatever kind of gun, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, check it out. And they hand it to you, and they don't tell you what condition it's in.
Yeah.
But of course, we're not, fucking stupid. So take out the mag, clear the chamber, and a round comes flying out. And he still works at a shop. And I had said that is the absolute best accident that can happen with a hot gun.
Yep.
I mean, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. My micro, very few people shoot it because I'm nervous about somebody shooting themselves. I mean, it'll get away from you that quick. It's like people are like, well, what do you use a micro for? Clear a phone booth.
Yeah.
Because anything bigger, you ain't going to hit it, Yeah,
basically to put 25 rounds within 12 feet of you. Do you usually rock the 25 rounders in a micro or the 32s? Or
I
the
usually
20s?
rock the 32 rounders.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And I can keep it with the micro. I can keep it probably like that.
No, that's not bad.
You know.
That's like you had said it's like a 4 or something inch.
Yeah, it's
barrel.
a 4.5 inch barrel or something, but it's got the stock, so that helps.
Now the stock, though, here's an interesting topic. The stock, that's a pretty short length of pull on that thing. So the micro is like almost.
Oh yeah,
you're super tucked in on it, right?
Yeah.
You can also, well, I'll ask because it appears this way. It looks like you can use it as a vertical grip when it's closed.
Yeah.
Could that be dangerous?
If it opens up, it probably could.
That's what I was going to ask. How?
Yeah, they're pretty solid though. You got to hit it pretty hard to open it up.
Yeah.
They're a pretty substantial lockup on it, but it's not. It's definitely not infallible. There's no mechanical lock on it. It's just steep sides on a cut that.
Yeah. It's like. So it's similar to the new like braces and stocks where it's literally just you pull it up and then move it, right? Yeah, but it's way steeper than the new shit that like this triangular brace I have on I have a chrome AK, and I had to put a plum stock on the chrome and plum AK or brace, sorry. And I just rest my thumb on it and pop it, and it rolls right over. And I see a lot of people that had issues with it closing while it's being fired.
Yeah, like my micro, when I close it, I slam it against my thigh.
Oh, okay.
To get it to start to swing over.
What about I guess anything is possible, but would it be stupid? A full-size Uzi with a micro stock on it.
Yeah, it'll give you the right length of pull, but it's super uncomfortable.
Okay.
To shoot, it's just like, oh my God, I thought the regular full-size stock was bad. Folding stock was bad. This is just god awful.
That's right. Yeah, the angle's very different on the micro versus the little crutch that you slap and pull back. I did find a Century Arms UC9 carbine on Gunbroker for like $689, but it wasn't to buy now at $689. It was
bid and starting bid and
so I don't know, I'll check it again, but you even think that's worth getting to send to you to work on, or it could be bullshit?
It could be problematic. It's a typical Century. If it runs, man, it's just going to run and run and run and run. If it don't run, and you got a 50-50 shot whether it's going to run or not.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, oh, you just hate Centuries. No, Centuries are Centuries. You got a 50% chance of the gun working. And if it works, man, that thing will run forever.
Yep.
Look at all the AKs they built and the set me's and the HKs and stuff. Half of them were crap and half of them, Jesus, you can put millions of rounds through them and they're still kicking.
Yeah. And it seems like there was a particular timeline, like almost like a decade, where they just sucked. I mean, like it literally looked like a 9-year-old with a Dremel, opened up the magwell, it just everything on it was shit. But I got a Polish underfolder from them that is like freaking Arsenal quality almost. I mean, it's because I got some Arsenals too, and I've also had an Arsenal SLR 95 with a milled receiver that was shit. So I think each all companies kind of go through different periods where they're shit, and the problem is that these UC9s, they haven't imported them for God knows how long, because I mean, those parts kits were nothing back. I think it was the 90s and maybe early 2000s when they were bringing them in, when they were more plentiful.
Yeah.
But it was that time period that they freaking sucked. And I don't know if I could trust it. My Draco, Joe Morris, my Draco runs like a champ, but here's the difference. So the rifles that you were getting in from Century, they have to be modded, right? They for import laws and for 922R compliance and all that shit. Pistols aren't subject to that. So that Draco that you have is 100% Romanian. It is the exact, it is nearly the exact model that the Romanian soldiers are given, only theirs are underfolders that are full auto, and the ones we get are semi-auto with blank rear trunnions.
Edge of the South wants to know how hard it would be to do a binary trigger for an Uzi.
Yeah.
It'd be a bitch. Because the trigger systems are not like, it's a typical open bolt trigger system. It's not like an AR or something that has a disconnector and has this and has that. They have disconnectors, but, basically you pull the trigger, the sear goes down.
Yeah.
And because I'm in Florida, they're illegal here. So, can't have them. So I'm like, I can't have them. I can't make them. I can't sell them. So
that's so stupid. I mean,
it was that whole bump stock horse shit that went through, and
Oh, so from that point on, anything that increases the rate of fire was basically outlawed in Florida?
Yeah, it was some stupid thing that, if it enhances the trigger or something, you can't do it. And it's like, yeah, suck the big one, because I'm still going to do trigger jobs. And technically I can't do trigger jobs in the state of Florida.
What?
I think that's the way, because it's enhancing the trigger.
Wow.
And the problem is these morons, make the laws and they have no idea what the hell they're talking about. They couldn't find their ass with two hands, and I'll go and stand in front of a judge and say, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. And if you don't like it, you can kiss my ass.
Yeah. Honestly, we need more SOTs to step up and say, fuck off.
Yeah.
I mean, peaceful non-compliance is, how we could achieve a lot in this country. And then if that doesn't work, then violent non-compliance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And luckily most of the locals at ATF know me enough that, they just kind of leave me alone.
Yeah.
Because they know I'm, long as they leave me alone and they don't screw with me too much, I'm not going to do a bunch of illegal shit, Okay, some of the stuff I do, for me in the shop might be a little, no, it's not broken yet,
I'd be careful, because statistically out of the 25 people watching, I'd say 2.5% of them are federal agents.
Oh, that's fine. They're welcome to come anytime they want. I haven't seen them, and I don't know. It's probably been 4 or 5 years since they showed up.
So I was actually going to ask about that. You had shared a story with me. Now, you shared the story with me in confidence. Okay, so you could say no, fuck that. I'm not talking about it. There was an event that you shared with me that involved your family. The story got my butt cheeks pretty tight.
Oh, well, that little Peckerwood from ATF came in and started threatening my kids.
Yeah,
I see that motherfucker. He's fucking dead. And I called his goddamn boss, the head of the Orlando law enforcement. I said, send that motherfucker here again. You're going to get him back in pieces. He threatened my fucking kids. And he's like, well, he was worried about illegal machine guns being, fuck you. What about the 50 legal ones that are sitting here that my kids helped me work on? Kiss my ass.
Damn.
It all started with a customer brought in a Thompson submachine gun.
Mm-hmm.
Serial number defaced. Pitting in it from blood splatter.
Say that one more time.
Pitting in the barrel and the receiver from blood splatter. If you've seen blood splatter pitting, it's distinctive. It looks like nothing else. Turns out his father had recently passed away. And it was under his father's bed or dresser or something.
Coolest fucking dresser in the world.
Yeah. The story is his father found the gun in the desert outside Vegas in the 70s. And it was missing the front sight. He wanted me to put a new front sight on it. And he said, it's broken. Every time we shoot it, it empties the whole magazine. That's because it's a full auto M1 Thompson.
Yeah.
It's doing what it was made to do.
Was it a bring back or was it a stolen? Was it
Who the hell knows?
Oh yeah, it's defaced. That's right.
It was defaced. It was used in a hit. You can't tell. It was. The story is it was wrapped in burlap, buried in the desert outside Vegas, and he found it in the 70s. Gee, do you think it was used in a hit?
And he found it. Oh, okay. Hold on. So he found it in a burlap sack in the desert, Vegas, with blood.
Well, the blood was gone, because it had been out in the desert. But you look at the pitting, and that's blood splatter.
Yeah.
That wasn't cleaned off. It's got a very distinctive pitting. Blood pits guns real bad, real quick.
Checkpoint says that gun was used to create Vegas.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm like, this gun is so illegal, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
It's not just like a bring back that you didn't know, and the serial number's been defaced. There's, this was used in a freaking hit.
Yeah. Somebody definitely got murdered with that.
Yeah, somebody got murdered with that gun. I guarantee it.
Yeah, or several people even.
Yeah. They were probably buried around it, if you bothered to dig a little bit. But the guy's like, well, what am I supposed to do with it? I said, you're supposed to turn it into ATF. Mm-hmm. Call them up, tell them, your dad had it. Your dad's dead. They can't put him in jail, or they won't, just tell him he had it. Tell him the story. They'll either send an agent out or have you come bring them the gun. You give them the gun, you walk away. They're not going to put you in jail for it,
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I don't want to mess with those guys. And I said, well, I don't want it. I don't want the freaking hassle. Just, I said, where's your local police department? I will call them and, explain the situation, and you can drop it off there. I don't want anything to do with this. Jumps in his car, takes off. I'm standing there holding this fucking Thompson.
Dang.
The fuck am I going to do with it? Now I've got, an illegal submachine gun. So I call my buddies at ATF. I said, what the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah.
And they said, oh shit. They said, we don't want it here. They said, call Tech Branch. My buddy said, she said, I'll make a note in your file that you got it. And, we've talked and you're taking care of it.
This is back then when, like, the people there that you spoke to, you actually knew, talked to. My, how things have changed.
This was my girl back in ATF. She ended up running the Orlando office for about 5 years.
Was this the chick that helped you, like, fill out the paperwork?
Yeah, she was the one who filled out the paperwork and brought it to me for my SOT and said, write a check.
Nice.
This is being sent in.
That's awesome.
So she said, call tech branch and find out what they want done. She said, because that's all we're going to do is call tech branch. And, she said, we'll probably end up having you cut it up because we don't have anything to cut it up.
Yeah.
So I tried calling tech branch twice a day for 2.5 weeks. They never, I left a message every time. They never bothered to call me back. So I said, well, fuck it. It's going to become a post sample. I cut it in half, welded it back together, marked it, papered it. Good. We're legal. And I did the least amount of damage to it I could. Mm-hmm. So all the pitting was still there and everything, because it's a cool fucking story.
Nice. Yeah.
And a year or two later, they came to do an inspection. And I told the inspector, when he looked at it, I told him the whole story. And I said, see, here's where the serial number was, marked out and ground out. And I didn't touch any of that because it's cool, And he's like, well, I don't know about this. And I said, it's legal. It's registered.
Oh, I'm sorry, really quickly. So you called tech branch of the ATF 12 times, left 12 messages, told them that you were in possession of an illegal machine gun, and that you were on paper as an SOT, and the
locals had told me to call, and
and a year to a year and a half passes, and they just come for a random inspection.
Yeah, they just came for the regular. They can inspect once a year.
Jesus. Okay, sorry.
And so he goes back to the office, and he's kind of not sure about it. But, he was a good enough guy. He said, well, I'll find out about it. Mm-hmm. And, well, apparently it became a thing in the office. And they had the ATF SWAT team there, and they wanted to raid me and, fuck my dog and, shoot me and, everything else they want to do. And I think she was the head legal counsel of the Southeast United States for ATF. They ended up getting her on the damn phone, and I had worked with her on a couple other things before. So she knew me. And she told the law enforcement and everything else that had a hard on to get this gun off the streets, She said, no, you're not going to raid Richard. You're not going to do anything. You're going to shut the fuck up and just forget about it. He called. We ignored him. He cut it up. He made a post sample. He registered it. Everything's 100% legal. She said, if you think I am going to go in front of a goddamn judge and say, we've licensed this guy to make machine guns. He tried to call us with this illegal machine gun and we ignored him.
Yeah. Total negligence.
She said, you're nuts. I'm not going to do it.
That's pretty ballsy.
She said, leave him alone. He's not going to hurt anybody. He did, he did the logical thing. Mm-hmm. And then they had some little piece of crap. He was from the law enforcement division. Some little punk who wanted to make a name for himself. He calls me the next day. The inspector was here. Well, I'm going to come up and look at it and blah, 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 blah. And I said, fine, whatever. I'll be here till 4:30 or something, which is when the inspector was going to leave. Because I wanted the inspector here when this other asshole showed up. Because I wanted a witness. Because I knew there was going to be problems because that guy was an asshole on the phone. And then there was some more shit that went down that night, and I got pissed off, and I hacked the motherfucker up with a torch. Agent came in the next day, the investigator sees the receiver in 4 pieces, torch cut.
Jesus.
Wow. He called the law enforcement, and I came out to the shop after I got a cup of coffee. I came out to the shop, and he's on the phone. Yeah, he cut the fuck out of this thing. It's no longer a gun. He cut the shit out of it.
Damn.
Well, this little piece of crap law enforcement guy gets me on the phone, and he said, well, I'm coming to pick it up. I said, no, you're not. He said, yes, I'm coming to pick it up because us here in the law enforcement division, we don't care what the legal team says. We don't care what Congress says. We believe that any part of a machine gun is a machine gun.
But it was a legal post sample that was demilled.
Yeah, and then I cut it up, and it's just parts.
Yeah.
And I precisely told him, fuck off. You're not taking it. I'm not even going to show it to you. And he's like, well, I want to see it. And I said, you can fuck off, dickhead. So that evening, I go into the house. There's water all over the kitchen floor. Our fridge had died. My wife and I tell the kids, my son was about 10. My daughter was 13, 14. We said, we're going to run down and get another fridge, try to get it here before everything freaking melts. Because we had just stocked the fridge. Mm-hmm. So we go to get a new fridge. And this asshole shows up at our door. Starts pounding on the fucking door. This is the ATF at our home with the kids home alone.
Wasn't he supposed to come to the shop?
Well, the shop is at my home.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Starts banging on the door. This is the ATF. You need to let us in. My kids told him through the door. My dad's not home. Fuck off. Go away. Come back in an hour.
Yeah.
You need to let me in. My kids go and grab. My daughter grabs her rifle. Loads it. My son, who's a big kid, was standing behind the door. My daughter left the chain on the door, opened the door up this much, had the fucking rifle pointed at his head like this behind the door. She had every intention of putting a bullet in his head. I told you my dad's not home. Go away. Come back when he's home, or I'm calling the cops. My son was going to hit the door with his shoulder if the guy tried to come in, and my daughter was going to shoot him in the head. Now, that's no way for two kids to be thinking.
No, that's fucked up.
He left. They called me frantic, as I would imagine, The next morning, I called the head of the law enforcement division of Orlando, told him, send that motherfucker here again. He's a dead man. You will get him back in baggies because I'm going to cut his fucking ass into little teeny pieces. And you're lucky I don't come down there and do it at your fucking office. Fuck you.
Damn.
And he's like, well, he was just afraid that illegal machine gun. It's like, fuck you. Don't piss down my back and tell me it's goddamn raining. I said, do you really, really want me to come down to your office? Because if I come down to your office, a lot of motherfuckers are going to die, and it's not going to be me. And he's like, are you threatening a federal agent? I said, no, I'm telling you what the fuck is going to happen. You want to fuck with my family? I will kill you all. I don't give a shit.
Damn.
And that was the last I heard about it until the next year, because I had a couple of little things on my, couple of little things I did wrong, paperwork and stuff. And so they inspected the next year to make sure I was doing it right, which I don't have a problem with, And the inspector was new to the Orlando office. He had been in ATF a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, what's this whole story about this Thompson I hear at the office? And it's like, don't open that can of fucking worms.
You're like, oh, I rewelded it.
And he's like, I really want to hear this story. And it just pissed me off. And I said, that motherfucker ever shows his face here and I will fucking kill him. I don't care if it's 100 years from now. That motherfucker is going to die if he ever shows up here. He threatened my family. I'm more than happy to go in front of a judge and say, that motherfucker threatened my kids. You're goddamn right. I killed him and chopped him up into little pieces.
I have to go on record and say that I think this is the most we have ever had someone say the words die and kill on this stream. And we may have had more fucks, but you've got the record for die and kill, at least.
Yeah.
We need a ticker.
But, it just totally pisses me off. It's like if he had just come and said, I'd just like to see it, And before I cut it up or before I did anything with the gun, I got in contact with what the hell is the Florida, the state police, their crime lab. And I talked to the head of the crime lab. And I said, okay, I got this gun. It's an illegal machine gun. Told him the story. And I said, do I need to bring it to you so you can do ballistic tests on it before I cut it up? And he's like, the guy found it in the 70s? I said, yeah. And he said, there's no point in doing ballistic tests on it.
Yeah.
He said, because we didn't do that. He said, we've only been doing that for like the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So we're not going to have anything to match it to anyways. It's like, okay, I've done my due diligence.
Yeah. I mean, and that was an interesting story. So I had to have it said again.
On record.
Yeah. That's an exciting one.
But I mean, they ask and I tell them, send that motherfucker here again. And there's going to be a problem. You're going to have a dead agent.
Yeah. Damn.
Because there's absolutely no excuse to threaten little kids.
Yeah.
None.
Well, especially putting him in a position where a child has to make the decision.
Am I going to kill this guy or not?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
wrong on so many levels.
That could snatch innocence pretty easily.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd gone through a couple incidents at a young age where it completely changes you.
Yeah.
The way you look at everything, everyone, the way you look at death in general.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, I got a bunch of friends at ATF. I got no problems with most of them. It's just the assholes that, that I have problems with.
Damn. So that's a pretty heavy freaking story. You mentioned something else too. So hold on, question. You're technically legally allowed to re-weld that into a legal firearm again.
Yeah.
Right. We don't need to go into detail on if you have the parts still or not.
I've got all the parts.
Damn.
One of my buddies wanted the receiver, the pieces of the receiver. So I gave him the pieces of the receiver. I've got one of the 80% receivers from Philadelphia Ordnance.
Oh, nice.
And one of these days I'll go ahead and machine it out and put that Thompson back together and it will live again.
Damn, dude, that would be awesome. And the blood spatter, is that mostly on the muzzle, the barrel?
Oh, it's all the way down the barrel.
Really?
Yeah.
So somebody got lit up.
Oh, yeah, they lit somebody up from close range too.
Yeah, I mean, 45, but probably 45 ball.
Yeah.
230 grain for. Good God, I mean, God, I wonder what happened.
I know.
That's-
I'd love to know what happened.
Yeah.
You know, I was so upset when the guy from Florida law enforcement said, we're not going to find anything. And I'm like, but we have to. It's such a cool story. And he's like, yeah, it would be pretty cool to find out what happened. But, you know,
Yeah.
especially in Vegas in the 70s, yeah, you're not going to hear anything about that.
This is 30 what? So this is what 40 freaking years after the Valentine's Day massacre, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. Now I know we've touched on your feelings of the NFA and the ATF and restrictions to the Second Amendment. Or I'll say it differently: the encroachments on our God-given rights.
Yeah.
That are protected
And, you
by
know,
the Constitution.
most of the people at ATF are, you know, are good people. You know,
Yeah.
they're, you know, a lot of them are just doing their freaking job, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of dickheads there too, you know, which need to be exterminated. But, you know, it is what it is.
I got a question sent to me that says, are you in any way connected to Eugene Stoner, or do you know a gunsmith in Florida that is connected to Eugene Stoner?
No.
No.
I
No
know
to both
people.
questions.
I know people who knew Eugene Stoner.
Okay.
You know, Reed Knight would be, you know, the closest connection I would have to Eugene Stoner.
Gotcha.
And Reed Knight owns Knight Armament, and you know, has most of Stoner's prototypes, I think, now.
Damn. Dude, that's freaking gold. That is like a museum.
Yeah, it is a museum. He's got a museum.
Yeah.
With guns and tanks and all kinds of fun shit.
Do you know roughly like how large that museum is?
It's huge. I know it's what?
Is it like drive tanks huge? I don't know if you've seen that.
It's probably bigger than that.
Damn, that's crazy. Well, it is fucking nice.
He's got hundreds of tanks and armored personnel carriers and the whole 9 yards. He's got a bunch of damn bunkers on his property.
Damn.
And I don't know if they were there before or if he built them, but he's got a shitload of bunkers that all this stuff is parked in.
I actually just recently found an APC for sale local in my area, and it was like a $240,000 armored personnel carrier.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Yeah. And is it bad that I actually considered taking a loan out to
And buying it?
purchase? Yeah. And it's funny because like in my head, I've never been like, damn, I'm going to take out, you know, a loan for $25K for an M16 lower, you know. But
have you seen the memes that have been going around Facebook? Oh, the last, I think, 2 months with the tank turret on the flatbed truck.
and
No, you know, I think some of the memes are like, oh, all I need to do is get a lower for this now. Yeah, I know the guy who bought that turret.
Yeah. You actually know him?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're Facebook
sure.
friends. We chat now and again, but you know.
Damn.
Yeah, he's, you know, and then he just bought a big, huge military dump truck. It's like, what the fuck are you buying a dump truck for? Well, I need to move a bunch of dirt for my tanks. And
that's like the perfect assault vehicle because you can have, you know, people pour in to the dump truck and, you know, shoot from, or you know, cut the plungers in there, right? Like the armored vehicles. Is the rear of it armored?
I would imagine so. Most of those things are made out of AR steel.
Damn.
I know a buddy of mine right down the street owns a company that makes attachments for heavy equipment, front end loaders and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, they go through massive amounts of AR, anywhere from AR 300 to AR 500 steel. And he's like, anytime you need anything, just let me know. I'll just go ahead and throw it onto our weekly order.
Dude, that would be sick.
And it's like, okay. He's like, most of the stuff we have is probably too thick. We got up to 3-inch thick armor plate that, It's
Damn,
like, I don't need anything that thick.
Yeah, that's like 50 BMG, 20 mil RPG.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Now, a question though: if you do buy a tank and the turret and cannon are working, you technically would need to register the cannon as a destructive device.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, a tank like the turret he bought, the tank was the cannon was deactivated, but he's reactivating it, and you can do that on a Form 1. You just fill out a Form 1 to destructive device.
Okay, so you would Form 1. You wouldn't like Form for it.
Well, if it was already built, you could Form for it.
Damn. So you can literally
buy a tank. Working tank.
But you can build it. You can form.
You can build a tank. Yep.
Damn.
You can build any destructive device you want on a Form 1.
Guys, Light is alive. My co-host is alive. I am thrilled to hear that you are here. DLD builds. So a bulldozer plus an 80% tank turret equals the ultra killdozer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, for real. Okay, cool. Well, I know I told you I'd keep you only for an hour tonight. Obviously, I lied and kept you for 2.
Oh, you bastard.
I know. Time flies when you
feel so used.
Yeah, what'd you say before? Prom slut, prom queen?
Yeah, prom slut.
Yeah.
Everybody wants me.
I know. You see, they're just passing you around, and you're not even able to charge an hourly rate. God.
I know.
Yeah. But your channel is growing like a mofo.
It's growing. Yep.
Yep. So, okay.
CRS tried to steal me away from you tonight.
I know. You see that shit?
He called me up like I was getting I brought my computer out to the shop and was getting ready, went in to get a drink, and he called, and I'm like, what's up? And he's like, what are you doing tonight? And I'm like, I'm getting ready to be on, DLD's show, DLD After Dark. And he's like, damn, I wanted to get you on my show.
Yeah. He had literally called me right before then, and I was walking away from the computer. I had just scheduled the live and came back, and I saw a bunch of missed calls from him. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry, we already scheduled it. I would have loved to come on, but I told him Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 9:30. Like that's the schedule. But CRS has the gun doctor on now, which is cool. That's awesome. And we'll be having Babyface PP on this Saturday. So definitely make sure everyone comes to see Babyface P on Saturday.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to hit on before we go?
Oh, I'm sure there is, and I'm sure I'll think about it as soon as we sign off.
Yeah.
But you know how that goes. I'm old and half senile, and, it's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's a good story to stick to. Do you let people keep SOTs that are old and senile?
Probably. As long as you got the money to pay for it.
If you could be the fucking president, then I guess you can hold an SOT.
Hey, look, I ain't as bad as him,
Yeah, right? Yeah, you actually can carry a conversation.
Yeah.
So the name of the episode is I'm Old and Have Senile.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I'm awaiting with bated breath. Yeah, absolutely. Are you going to be going to the IV 88, 88, 88, 88, 88 shoot?
I don't know.
Perfect.
I have not. I'm not on their radar yet. I'm working on it.
We can get you in. If Crump can get, freaking DLD After Dark.
Yeah, Flying Rich in,
Yeah, I know. Right?
I mean, I kind of look at it, if they're letting Flying Rich in, it's probably not all that exclusive.
It's just a door that's open.
Yeah.
And you just show up, you walk. No, I'm kidding.
And I need to talk to them to see if I want to come as just, a person, or if I want to come as with the shop, or, promote my wares, or
shit.
I don't know.
I'd say, your best bet is to come. Because if you come as a shop, I mean, that's an expensive.
And I don't know what they charge, and most of the time, most of the shows aren't worth the money.
Yeah.
Unless you're Remington or Glock, or and you've got just ass loads of money.
Maybe not Remington currently, but
Oh, they still got plenty of money.
Yeah, they probably did what Purdue, the company that made all the OxyContin, they're like, oh, we're in debt, and we just moved $120 million to the Cayman Islands.
Oh yeah,
fucking shitheads.
We need to give our executives $120 million bonuses, and
why? Well, they bought some suits. Just kidding. That's an NRA jab.
But I need to reach out to them and see what the deal is with the shoot. And,
if you just go as a guest and as a content creator, and you're good, you're solid. But what's the coolest freaking machine gun you've ever made besides the blood spattered Tommy gun? Okay, tell me about it.
STG 44.
Fuck yeah.
Goddamn, just sick.
And what's special about the STG 44?
It's mine. That's what's special about it. It's the grandfather of all assault weapons. And actually, it shouldn't be assault weapons. It should be storm weapons. Because Sturmgewehr is actually storm rifle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Storm.
Yeah.
It was the Stormtrooper rifle or whatever, right?
Damn. But yeah, that thing is just sweet.
That's crazy.
I would imagine if I went to, the Iraqi vet show, people would want to shoot that.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. You're talking about what? A piston-driven full auto 7.62x39.
Yeah.
It is almost
AK, AR, HK, all rolled up into one.
Yeah, it's just like so one of the videos that I did and then didn't post, was a video on the SIG 556 SBR 10-inch side folding stock, piston driven, and it is literally like an MP5, an AK, and an AR, because it takes AR mags, had a baby. And it is just this perfect, it's semi-auto, but this perfect mix of shit, even though it's heavy as hell and built like a tank. It's so similar. But getting back to the STG-44, that is remarkably rare.
Yeah.
There's how easy would
not
it
a
be
whole
to find a
ton
parts
of
kit?
them. Huh?
How easy would it be to find a parts kit?
They usually come up a couple of times a year on Gunbroker. Yeah. And the last one I saw sold for $6,000.
Yeah.
For just the parts kit. Just no the parts receiver. Kit. Nope.
Yeah. Damn. Not even a cut receiver.
No, it was I think it was torch cut, but it was ugly torch cut. It was torch cut to the point where they cut through the trunnion, which has all the locking lugs in it and everything else. Damn. And it's like, ugh.
Damn. And what about barrels? Do they cut those barrels?
That one wasn't cut. Most of those came in before they said, oh, you got to cut the barrels. So most of those parts kits have barrels. And I think there's somebody, they were making barrels for them.
Yeah.
They might still be. You know,
Shit.
you can get a new barrel for them, but you know.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that's pretty freaking unique, man. And
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
is that in 1100? That's an SBS.
Yeah,
Next
14-inch 1100. That's the SBS conversion I do to the 1100.
So, did you ever hear Alex Pistosa? Welcome back, man. It's good to see you back. Did you ever hear that one of the first 1100s that they attempted to get a military contract on was not semi-auto?
Yeah, it was full auto.
Fucking full auto.
Yep.
Whose fucking idea was that?
Rock and roll.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Like,
I've always been meaning to build one, and I just haven't.
that'd be pretty badass. Although with the advancement of shotguns, like the Saiga, all the AK based shotguns, that you could make full auto, I imagine, very much like an AK, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It would be cool. It would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I think other stuff is kind of taking the front line on shit like that.
Yeah. And full auto shotguns aren't. A 410 full auto shotgun is an absolute ball to shoot.
Yeah, I would think that'd be badass. That's kind of like a 22 full auto.
Yeah. A 12 gauge full auto is just not a whole lot of fun to shoot. You're sure as hell not hitting anything because you're just going.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be crazy.
Yeah.
Now, coolest machine gun you've ever fired? Is that still the STG-44?
Man. That's a hard one. It's not really a machine gun.
Okay.
But an original Gatling gun.
Whoa, like 1800s?
Yeah. Turn of the, it was I think it was in 1903.
Damn.
That was pretty cool. It was either in 1895 or 1903.
And what caliber were those even in?
The 1895 was 45-70.
Damn.
And the 1903 was 3003, which was turned into the 30-06.
Yeah. Holy shit. Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah, that was cool. That was really cool. There's that. There's the miniguns. I've shot them, but they're not exciting. You can't hit shit with them. You just spray a lot of ammo.
I would think that those would just be a freaking blast, man. Just,
Yeah, but it's, okay, there's 5,000 rounds of ammo. What did I hit?
Yeah.
Oh, I hit twice,
Are they that? I would think that they'd be accurate.
No, they're not accurate. Well, the problem is I don't know if they're accurate. If you'd slow them down, they probably would be fairly accurate. I know on like the Gatling guns, you get a pattern like this, like a smiley pattern, depending on how fast you crank. Because the faster you crank, it'll start moving up the circle.
Okay. So, what classification are hand crank Gatling guns in?
Title I firearm, just like a 22 bolt action rifle.
Wow. Just like the Shockwave, the NAR lower.
Yeah.
It's just a firearm.
It's just a firearm.
No shit.
They actually don't have a classification for it. Because I did SHOT Show when I first started BWE. I was trying to make 22 caliber Gatling guns. And I did SHOT Show. One of the SHOT Shows, I was in the booth next to ATF.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, fuck. Just where I want to be, next to ATF. And then somebody said, no, you want to be next to ATF. because everybody goes to ATF booth to ask questions or whatever.
Shit, I would stay as far away from that shit as I can.
No, it's one of the busiest booths there.
No way.
People asking questions, and because you can walk up and be anonymous or semi-anonymous, and Christ, I couldn't keep the head of tech branch. He was there. I couldn't keep him out of my damn booth. Every time I turned around, he was fucking with the Gatling guns. It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Damn.
Don't you have somewhere to be?
Now the Tippmann 9mm Gatling gun. Have you seen that?
Yep. I've not shot one. I've seen videos. I have not Seafield and touched one yet.
Those look pretty cool, but it's something that anyone could achieve with a much smaller platform. Same length barrel.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't see literally having to mount that shit and then stick a 33 round Glock mag in it.
Yeah.
That just seems a little crazy.
They're fun. The head of tech branch kept asking me, have you put a drill on it yet? It's like, no, that was before I had my SOT. And I'm like, what are you, fucking insane?
I mean,
you're the head of tech branch and you're asking me if I've committed a felony.
Is that so? That would be illegal, I guess.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, come on. You haven't put a drill on that, a cordless drill on this yet? I'm like, no.
Jesus. So that's equivalent to an ATF agent
full
saying,
auto.
have you drilled the third hole yet? Have you tinkered with it a little bit?
He looked at me and he's like, well, he said, okay, I'm the head of tech branch at ATF, and I'm telling you, you need to bring this up to our office so we can inspect it. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't need to inspect it. And he's like, no, we need to put a drill on it. See what it does. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And he's like, we can do it. We're ATF. And I'm just like, oh my
Jesus. God. You know what, though? Honestly, it sounds like the ATF used to be a bunch of just reasonable people and some even gun guys.
Oh, there's a lot of gun nuts in ATF. The problem is they don't get the publicity. There's a lot of guys at ATF that I love those guys. They're so much fun. But then, it's typical. The assholes get the publicity and, chipmen and shitheads like that.
Yeah.
Which those guys don't even like him,
Yeah. That shit's sad, man. I am pretty certain that I was supposed to be born in a different era.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be born in the freaking 60s, 70s, 60s, so I can, build as many machine guns before May of 1986 as possible.
Yeah, the problem is nobody did. Because it's like, who wants them? You can't sell it. You can't even make your money. I mean, shit. Max were selling for $75 a piece.
Yeah. Ruben, man, I can't tell you how many times I was on the phone with him. And that's crazy that you know him, because when, my little, young happy ass was working at a gun shop, I'd call him up like, hey, got a client that wants, that Mac 10, that Mac 11, that, but he would tell me too. He's like, oh yeah, these used to be under $100.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? And at that point they were going for like 3,500, $4,000. And now they're like 6 to 8K for, it's crazy.
Yeah, I know a number of people who bought when Mac went out of business, who bought pallets of Mac 10s and Mac 11 M11s for $75 a piece. I mean, pallets.
That's
and they slowly sold them off, and every single one of them now that I've talked to, oh yeah, back in the 80s or whenever they went out, I bought a pallet of Macs. I wish I still had them.
Yeah.
because they sold them off before they were $6,000.
Yep.
When
They always do. It's
when
like
they could get $500 out of them, it's like, oh my God, I can get $500 out of this. You know,
that's nuts, man. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of similar to like today, right? So let's say that the ATF is like, hey, everyone, new regulation. All of you guys need to register all of your pistol braces. If they're all SBRs, everybody, if you don't do it by this date, your shit's illegal. Most of us would say, fuck off. This is my shit. And I am complying to the NFA and the GCA.
Yeah.
So fuck you. I'm not registering my shit. But there would be like a percentage of them that go register their shit. And who knows, one day their pistol brace may be worth $25,000.
I would be scarfing up all the pistol braces I could and registering them.
Yeah.
One, it doesn't cost me $200. I just put it on a form too and say, here you go, you know.
Yeah.
So if I could do 10,000 of them, I'd do 10,000 of them and then wait 10 years.
Damn. Yeah. I don't know. This may not be a topic for, well, I guess you said you would murk a federal agent, so it doesn't matter. The pistol brace thing is kind of like my line in the sand, honestly. And I know it may seem stupid, but I don't think I could bring myself to do it.
You know, and
I've never publicly said that before.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think pistol braces are stupid.
Yeah.
But I also don't pay $200 for an SBR either.
Yeah.
I pay $500 a year for my license, so I can SBR all the shit I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, so I realize I'm coming from that side of it.
Yeah.
You
different
know,
perspective.
It's an entirely different perspective.
But I also appreciate the fact that you understand that there's different perspectives, whereas most people are like Clint Smith was like, oh, pistol braces are bullshit. You know, you're doing it to make an SBR. Just fucking, you know, register the shit. Make an SBR. Put a stock on that thing. And unfortunately, I understand it. I just don't like it.
Right.
Right? Like, I
don't think any of the shit should be on the NFA.
Yeah, fuck that.
But, you know, the whole SBR thing is ATF's fault. 100% their fault. Back when I was in gunsmith school, we were making braces for people that were handicapped. No registration, no nothing. They are handicapped. They can't hold a gun. ATF, what should we do? We need to make a brace so he can hold it. You know, he's really handicapped. Yeah, the motherfucker, you know, he's fucking handicapped.
Yeah.
Okay, just go ahead and do it. And, you know, if we stop him, we're going to look and, you know, we're going to see he's handicapped and we're just going to not say anything, you know.
Yeah.
You know, one of those deals.
Yeah.
And that's how it was. And then some numbskull came out with, well, we're going to do this pistol brace. And kiss my ass, they did it for the veterans. They did not do it for the veterans. They did it to make money because they knew if they could get it through, millions of people would buy them.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, don't give me that line of shit that we're doing it for the veterans. Yeah. No, you're not.
I did it to have a 10.3-inch barrel.
Yeah. You know, and ATF let it happen. They should have just looked at him and said, what are you kidding?
Yeah.
Really?
And I don't think the regulation is going to pass. Like I can't see that actually happening. And
yeah, I think it'll be, you know, I'm surprised they haven't taken it down already.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to bring attention to themselves and just throw as much shit at the freaking wall as possible and see what they can make stick. Yeah. And someone asked an interesting question too, and this is going to be a very perspective-driven question too, because they said, you know, what do you think would happen to the value of transferable machine guns if the NFA was repealed. And you don't have to think what would happen.
You're gonna drop like a stone.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same.
There's gonna be a
goddamn
bunch of stuff that holds its value. Thompsons, not all Thompsons. Auto ordnance Thompsons, they're gonna be worthless.
Damn.
Well, they're gonna be worth $1,500 or something. But all the original Thompsons, the original auto ordnance Colts, all those, they're going to keep their value because they're not going to be any more of those, no matter what. They're collector's items.
Yeah.
STG 44s, they're going to keep their value. Even if somebody put together all the tooling to make an exact copy of that, it's a copy. It's not an original.
Yeah.
It's going to hold its value. Is it going to be worth $35,000? Probably not, but it's still going to be worth 20.
Yeah.
Well, if it was transferable, it would be worth 20.
And that's a post sample.
Yeah. Uzis, they're going to be $1,000, $1,500 max. Same thing.
I mean, most of the shit's going to be worth sheet metal.
Yeah.
It's going to be worth like probably a little bit more than what the semi-auto variants are going for. But let's be honest. Do we really think the NFA would ever be repealed?
No.
I can't see it happening. I cannot.
No.
That is the biggest bank account, aside from, all the fucking government funding. That is the biggest secondary bank account that the ATF has.
The only way it would be repealed is to get somebody like Trump in there who, one, likes guns, like Trump Jr. If he got in there, his second term wouldn't have, no way will it happen the first term. The second term, somebody like that could say, I'm going to repeal the Second Amendment just to say, screw you. But that's the only way it's going to happen. Normal, everyday government business, it ain't gonna happen. Try to get Congress to pass anything.
Yeah.
The only thing that is assured to pass in Congress is a raise for Congress. And that's the only thing that ever passes. And it's guaranteed to pass.
Honestly, I think all politics, both sides, is pure bullshit. And
there is no both sides. It's all the same side.
Yeah. I'm just speaking to the people who believe, like in their minds, it's that, just total bifurcation of our country through, ideals.
Yeah. I'd like to see it go bye-bye, Yeah. And a lot of the collectors, a lot of people say, oh, well, the collectors won't let it go through. Most of the collectors I know, and I'm talking serious collectors, I'm talking guys who have millions of dollars in machine guns.
Yeah.
Most of those guys would say, hell yes, let's get rid of the NFA. Let's get rid of the 86 machine gun ban. Let them start building new machine guns.
Yeah.
Because the only thing it means to them is they can buy more machine guns cheaper.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, and I think a lot of the people, like my buddy with a Mac and an M16 would probably be like, shit, and panic sell them or something like that. Yeah. If he could, right?
Yeah. If people like that are going to lose their freaking ass.
Yeah, they're going to be pissed. And the people that do have millions of dollars and just happen to have, $500K in machine guns or something, that's probably nothing to them. But
no. And I've talked to a bunch of those guys, and they're like, yeah, I want it to go away because I can buy more machine guns.
Yeah.
I can buy the new stuff that's out that you
Yeah.
can't get.
That shit
I
from
can go
40
buy
years
a
ago.
Glock 18. I can go buy a SIG, what is it, MPX or
Yeah.
whatever the hell the other SIG thing is, or.
Yeah. That's true as shit. That's true. I mean, that's probably worth a lot fucking more to them than, the, because they probably still bought like an M16 for like 14, 15 grand,
Right.
and they're gonna flip it for 20. Like,
Yeah, and a lot of those guys, people don't realize most of those guys that have those collections, hell, they bought most of that shit in the 70s and 80s where it was cheap.
yeah,
Yeah, will they buy a minigun if it comes up? Yeah, they will. Will they buy, an STG if it comes up? Yeah, they will.
yeah,
But most of their collections, they don't have anything into them.
So if I'm a builder and I just love actual, like, building. Now, I'm not a welder. I'm not I can't do any of that shit. But when it comes to other things, I've developed skills there. Would you encourage people to, get their SOT if, I think I hear footsteps on your end. Someone's not going to.
That's me.
Oh, okay. I was like, shit, is someone sneaking up on you to get you? It's that ATF agent.
Yeah.
Would you encourage somebody like me, for an example, to get their SOT and actually get into business?
Probably not.
Okay.
See, like suppressors,
Mm-hmm.
it's becoming the AR market. It's a race to the bottom. Oh, well, you can build an AR for $300. Well, I can build one for $250. Oh, well, I can buy one for, I can build one for $200. Well, screw that. I'll build one for $50. Well, it's costing you $500 to build it, you idiot.
Yeah. I just saw they were talking about a suppressor on Hank's most recent stream tonight, and it was a 30 cal titanium can with steel blast chamber, steel baffles for $458. It's like my can was 1080.
Yeah,
my rifle can was 1080.
There's a lot of money to be made in suppressors.
Yeah.
The materials are not expensive.
Yeah.
Most suppressors, okay, if you're talking titanium, 100, maybe $200 in materials. If you're talking chrome moly and stainless steel, what do you got?
Yeah.
$25
yeah.
in materials,
It's apparently the R&D. It's the research and development. Mufflers.
R&D, guess what? Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Because the suppressors now are not much better than they were in the 70s.
Yeah.
And like a bunch of the old builders told me, when it comes to suppressors, volume is king.
Yeah.
The bigger it is, the quieter it is.
Totally agree.
And they're not that much better than they were 20 years ago.
Yeah, you're talking like a difference of like 10 decibels max.
If that. Yeah, if that.
I will say SIG has done some pretty crazy shit.
Yeah.
But I also have to believe their marketing and believe their decibel readings and believe their, so like, I don't know,
Yeah. I don't do suppressors because I can't compete with the big guys. I don't have the big expensive CNC machines that I just push the button and I come back 6 hours later and there's a bin of baffles made.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of money to be made, but I don't have the equipment, the space, the mind to do it. I can design a great suppressor. I have. I'm working on a baffle, been working on it for years. I think it's going to be something, but will it ever go anywhere? Probably not, unless it's that good and I can sell it to somebody. That would be my dream, is to finish my baffle design and have it just blow everything else away.
Yeah.
And then sell that design to whoever the hell wants to buy it, who will pay me 50 cents a baffle.
For the rest of
my life.
And for the rest of your successor's life.
Yeah. Where I just sit there and cash the check. That's all I do.
Honestly, if I were to build a can, I just, full transparency here. What I would do is I would make a throwaway can.
Yeah.
And throwaway can. I would not do anything with a Nielsen device. No linear inertial decoupler or lid, whatever the fuck you want to call it, booster. I would go initially. I would literally take a cylinder, like a 6-inch cylinder of bar stock aluminum, just do the K baffles, mill the K baffles through, put, like, I don't know, 0.335-ish, like basically enough for 22, 17 HMR, 22 mag, and then take a steel sleeve and just hammer that bitch down it and thread the K baffles. And, I think that'd be the cheapest route.
Yeah. I mean, is there money in making post-sample machine guns? No, there's not, unless you get some kind of government contract or something. I get guys all the time. Can you make me a post-sample? Yeah, I can make you a post-sample, but you're not going to like it, because I'm going to bend you over and ream the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Because I can make more money making feed ramps than I can making post samples.
Hell yeah. Do you sell them to the guys on Uzi Talk? Are they still active at all?
Uzi Talk is still kind of active. I've never sold a post sample.
Oh no, I mean the parts. The
parts. Yeah, I've got them on my website and I sell them to shitloads of people.
Dude,
I don't know what they're doing with them, but
I would go to Uzi Talk and I would blast that shit everywhere. Come to my YouTube channel. I'm showing, all the shit. I guarantee you would get subscribers like that, man.
The problem is most of the people on Uzi Talk who would, they're gone.
Yeah, dead,
retired. Moved on to other things. Yeah, sick of the younger generation
fuckers
who thinks they know it all, and it's like, we've already done this.
Yeah.
I make good money doing the 1100 conversions.
Yeah.
I do a fair amount of SBRs. SBRs, SBSs, I'll SBR, Uzis for people. They send them in to have them rebuilt and, cleaned up, and I'll SBR them and.
And you get the gas system running pretty well in the 1100s?
Oh, yeah. That'll run with anything that is an ounce and an eighth and 1,200 feet per second. Which is like even the cheap Walmart shells.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of finicky with those 1 ounce 12 gauge loads. They're kind of light, and that. What the hell do the cops use?
The green buckshot. Basically, would it run basically anything with high brass on it?
Oh yeah. There's one of those low recoil. Is it?
Oh, the Federal
Hornaday or something. It's either Hornaday or Winchester. They have these low recoil rounds.
Yeah.
It doesn't like those.
Federal makes some too. The flight control.
I think the Federal it runs with
Oh, okay.
I think it's the Hornady or something. It doesn't like those. It's not, those loads aren't hot enough to cycle it, but it runs with most loads. I've got one down with Miami-Dade cop who works, on a task force with ATF and FBI and all those yahoos. Mm-hmm. And he loves that thing, and supposedly they love it down there.
Yeah.
They use it on all their, their raids, and
May as well take advantage of that federal funding. See if you could sell it to the whole freaking department.
Yeah, the problem with most government contracts is that's the fastest way to go out of business.
Yeah, dirt freaking cheap.
They're cheap as shit. They don't pay their bills when they're supposed to. I hate dealing with any of the governments. They're,
Yeah.
I get them, like the 50 thumper round that I developed. I had SOCOM want me to have a meeting with them, which I did, out at the range. Some of their snipers shot it. Oh, we need this for Iraq, for the cities, because it's not a freaking Barrett at, 26 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
But it'll do the same job at close range.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, the next step would be get the generals down here for a show, a show and tell. Mm-hmm. So you're going to need to write a check for at least $10,000.
Damn.
Why the fuck do I need to write a check for $10,000? And basically, it's to buy the generals hookers and blow.
Yeah.
And it's like, they can piss off.
Yeah. I saw that 50 thumper round. That thing. If you guys in chat haven't seen that, go back to our last stream about a week or so ago. Man, that thing is nasty.
I probably, if I don't fall over, I probably got one sitting here somewhere.
If you do fall over, that denim apron will save you.
Yeah. Thought I had one sitting here somewhere.
Was that apron made out of a pair of overalls?
No, it wasn't, but
that would have been so.
Let me rub my armpit on the mic a little more. Yeah.
Damn. So that's 50 BMG shoved in a cut down 300 Win Mag?
Winchester short magnum case.
Okay. Damn.
And that just does ugly things. All subsonic,
Yeah. But that shit moving at, 1050 or whatever the hell it is. That's
650, 700 grains moving at, 1050 does a lot of damage.
Oh my God, I can only imagine. Well, dude, it's been a blast to have you back on. Yes. I know I've kept you for a long freaking time. I'm sorry, and I'm super grateful. Thank you. As you know, the guest gets to name the stream, which I think I may have forgotten to go back and name the other one, so I'll do that. But you get your first pick. You get to.
I thought we already decided on that, but I forgot what it was.
I see what you did there. Yeah, they can't name this stream. That's up to you.
Well, hell, I don't know what to name it.
What were you just holding?
What, the 50 thumper?
I'm gonna name it what ? The 50 thumper. I think that's most appropriate. Unless you find
no, that's fine.
Cool. Any guys that had some legitimate questions in here? I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention to my phone or my.
We don't care about you. How's that?
Yeah, I'm not here for you.
He doesn't care about you. I do. You need to come to my channel and give me all the likes and all the love.
It's so funny. I don't know if you guys remember that old movie North, where the kid is like separated from his family, and these people are like trying to keep them separated. It's all a dream, but Sorry if I spoiled it for you. But they have the parents do a video saying, hey, we didn't find your son, but we found this kid named Hugh. So we're going to give you Hugh. And they say in the video, we don't want Hugh. He's not our son.
It's not our baby.
Yeah, that shit's hilarious. So I don't want Hugh. Sorry, that's it. That's a stupid joke. Guys, thank you for coming in. Appreciate all you guys.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate everything.
Community. Yeah, and anything you guys can do. BWE Firearms is a huge friend of the channel. We're like besties now. The next step is kissing, but we just live really far away. So make sure you go to his channel, BWE Firearms, like, subscribe,
give me
share.
a kiss.
Share with your parents.
Sleep well tonight now, motherfucker.
Yeah. Share it with your parents. Share it with your babysitter. Lord knows that should be the only thing you share with your babysitter. Yeah, be safe, be dangerous, and just thank you for being fucking badass glowies. And glowy patches will be out soon. And then we also have the glowy merch store that's going to be live soon. You guys asked for it, all right? So don't come to me, saying that I'm a fucking chill and shit. It's and this shit's gonna be, pretty cheap. Like, it's not gonna be $40 fucking, shirts like most of these bastards out here. So
maybe that was my problem.
Were your shirts $40?
I think I had them for $49.
Damn. Okay. Sorry. We'll be as reasonable as possible. Sport Brand's running all that shit, so yeah, Sport Brand's the shit. So everybody give Sport Brand a quick shout out in chat, because he's been an awesome mod and he's just literally taken over. He made this store, the Glowy store, like probably 5 months ago, and glow up till it blows up. Hell yeah! Thank you, Mr. Hoff. Yep. Yeah. Thank you all. Love you guys. I'll see y'all later.
See you later. Have a good.